are again very excited to be still playing. And Butch is right when he said what he said about you can play well last week. That was last week. Tomorrow, totally different story. It's time for us to be ready to go. We're playing a very good program. I watched them take BP and was a very, very disappointed human being when I got to my car to go get something to eat and there was a dent in my dadgum car. I will never park beyond that left center field wall again. One guy hit 2 dings over the central. I ain't never gone that direction when I played. Guy hit 2 out to center field. We know that every team here is capable of winning this thing. Appreciate all of you being here. Ask away. If I don't know the answer, I'll fake it.
Coach, what changed down the stretch?
Excuse me?
I said, what changed for your team down the stretch?
Man, you talk worse than I do. I can't understand. You know, I wish I did. I wish I had something to say. It's just one of those things. We got some folks back. And isn't it amazing? You look at all the coaches too, and I can say to the coaches, it's amazing what one guy can do to a lineup. But it's one of those things that I think one guy, when J. Luke got better, and of course, Mendoza, we call him Mendo. Mendo got back in there. It seemed to really ignite us. But you still got to be able to get them out, and we have been pitching better. So I think really those 2 combinations are one of the reasons that we played like we did last week.
Coach, what was your reaction when you first looked at Tennessee Tech and their offensive numbers?
Obviously astounded. 96, is that what 96 home runs? I don't care if you played 7 Venus de Milos and 2 Statues of Liberty. We can't hit that many out. It's one of those stats that you just do a double take. They're very, very, very talented.
Coach, just trying to clarify. So Tennessee Tech dinged up your car during batting practice?
Yes, sir.
Like when you think about just this regional and the talent that's in it, I mean, how would you, I guess, describe to someone what you guys are getting into? Because in a sense, you could almost argue it's like a group of death in a way.
It's just, we all understand that's where we are this time of the year. You just got to go out and do the little things, and if something does happen, be mentally tough enough to overcome it. But every one of these teams are talented.
Mike, what's been the key to your bullpen the last week and a half? Because it struggled a lot in conference play.
I think Mike Bell is the one that deserves all the credit. He has worked very hard throughout the year with the guys that are so important, the Clayton Kwiatkowskis and Alec Bird and Chase Haney, and of course the decision that we made to move Drew to the pen, we thought was a good move. But he deserves so much of the credit, and I think that when they enjoyed success, it carried over to their next outing.
Mike, what does it say about Parrish that you guys are willing to go with him starting off? Oh,
he's been one of our guys, so to speak. I mean, he's been in the rotation all year, and we feel like that he matches up well with who we're playing, if that's possible. So they faced a number of left-handers this year that didn't slow them down, but I just like the way the young man competes.
And that's what, as a freshman, you have to see that side of it to know that you're willing in the postseason to start a guy like that right off the bat.
Yeah, he's a guy that enjoys pitching anytime, anywhere. And I think that when Butch said what he said about the league preparing players to be in situation like this. That has certainly been the case with Drew Parrish.
What was the pitch that David Ross hit out?
It was the second or third breaking ball. And I've gotten over it.
I'm sorry.
Radio announcer, y'all love this one. Meat, that was his mama's nickname to him. Meat is saying, he is in California, and back then we didn't have the real cell phones. We just had those big old things, and my daughter put that big old cell phone and cut the radio on. Well, the late Lee Bowen was doing the announcing, and when David swung at the second curveball, he tipped it, and the ball went off the catcher's mitt, and Lee went, swing and a miss, strike 3, Seminoles win. Well, Mike immediately put his phone down because he's in football, and he had to get to the ballpark. So then he gets that night and he calls his sister, and his sister says, "Can you believe what happened?" He said, "What are you talking about, Mary Beth? Don't go playing jokes." She said, "No, some guy hit the ball out of the ballpark and we lost." I've forgotten the whole weekend. And then we get Hudson the next day. Man, next question. Corey.
Mike,
Folks, yes, sir.
on to happier times. How much of a relief is it playing at home and hosting a regional? Because a week and a half ago, you guys thought you were going to be on the road.
I never said that. It's a long story. I did pop off. For me to say it doesn't mean anything would be one of the bald-faced lies. It means an awful lot to play in your own backyard. And it's exciting. It's a reward. But I tell you what, it's the people in the administrative area that make this a great regional when we get the opportunity to host. Because they do it by the book. And it bugs the ever-loving heck out of me. But we do it right. And I think that's the way every regional should be run. And it goes back a long time. But one guy in the back was very instrumental in running it that way. And it's carried over to others. And it makes us as Seminoles proud because it's the way it should be run.